Okay, hi, it's me again, Carrie, and I'm just going to jump right into what I have to say because I have a lot to say this week. So, first, I would like to just talk about how I felt in class this week. I didn't love the sound activity thing we did, but I didn't hate it. I just kind of feel like some things went over my head, but some things I just, like I said in class, I don't know what's relevant and what's important. Um, Next, I really do enjoy the Foster reading. I think it's informational and it opens my eyes to a lot of things, but my only big worry is he points out patterns from all of these things that I've never even heard of. So, I know he mentioned a literary canon, and I was actually wondering that before he even said that, because in music there's the canon of important composers and works we should know, but I didn't know if there was a parallel in literature. So I guess there is, but it's just a little frightening thinking of how big it is and how it's always changing and what do I need to know and what do I not need to know, and will meaning of things I'm reading go over my head more because I don't know what they're based on or being compared to. And then lastly, I really enjoyed Porphyria's Lover, so I was a little bummed that the assignment changed. I thought it was cool. I liked being shocked. I like twisted things like Poe, and it did remind me of Poe, as one of the girls in class said. And also, this kind of goes against what Mary Oliver said, but I like rhythmic metered poetry, and I was thinking maybe that's because I'm a musician and I like things that have a beat. So the free verse is giving me a little bit more of a problem than the metered and rhyming things have. I do have a couple questions that I just didn't get to asking in class. I don't really know what determines a foot in poetry because in some instances it looks like it's 2 syllables and sometimes it's 3, and I couldn't really find online a definite answer either. And also in Mary Oliver's book, she takes the same line and scans it like multiple different ways, so that really confused me because I don't know. That whole thing just confuses me. I just don't know what emphasis goes on what syllable and everything, and then the fact that you can do it more than one way kind of freaks me out. And lastly, I have my poem description and example. So I picked the rondo because that's a musical form, so I figured there probably is a parallel, and there is. There's a repeating refrain. So basically, this poem is 15 lines long, 8 to 10 syllables each, and it only has 2 rhyming sounds throughout, so A and B. And it's split into typically a quintet, a quatrain, and a sestet. And the refrain is the last line of the second stanza and the last line of the third stanza. So I got all that information from poets.org. And the one that they shared as their example is In Flanders Field by John McCrae. And it's kind of cool that I picked this form, and that's what that poem is because there's a choir arrangement of that I'm familiar with. So that's the rondo, and I will see you next week.